First, let me introduce myself. I'm Florin Neamțu. I'm a senior product manager by iBASIS. I am married 22 years right now, so that I say something about me for people in this group that may not know me that much or don't know me at all. So what we are going to discuss today is about rebuilding trust in telecom networks through signaling security intelligence. And why rebuilding trust? It is because, believe it or not, the telecom industry, it has an even worse image in public eyes than even banking, right? So how can we get trust of the people? So I was saying a few words about me. Now, Jason was saying about innovation. ROCCO invites people that can speak about innovation. Well, here in today it's a innovator pur sang. If you look at iBASIS, and this is our global image, we have right now about 95 global patents for our innovation services. We are a tier 1 provider of voice and mobile services to telecom networks worldwide. And right now, about 2.5 billion people can make use of iBASIS roaming-enabled services. And of course, iBASIS can reach any mobile number or can send SMS everywhere in the world. We have full access everywhere. Now, iBASIS service portfolio. So if you look, we have two different streams of solutions. One is to optimize revenues, and the second one is to optimize cost. So if you look at it, for optimizing revenues, we have our Internet of Things solutions, where we can buy data from mobile operators and sell it, put it in our eSIM SIM cards, and sell them further to enterprises. We have SMS A2P termination, SMS firewall, P2P SMS. So we have a full messaging services there for you. Of course, iBASIS, it's a pure sang voice provider that we can bring revenues from voice to you. So we have faulty solutions. We have normal, traditional voice termination, cloud solution, CPaaS solution. So all voice services are possible with iBASIS. And then, of course, we offer a clearing, data clearing solution and financial clearing solutions with our partners. If we move now to the optimize cost part, we have our analytics solutions. So we have our InVision software that we can use for quality troubleshooting. We can take traces down to packet level for a really easy troubleshooting. It's multi-protocol correlation between in the solution. So a very advanced quality monitoring and troubleshooting solutions we have there. Then for processes, we are working with partners to improve processes for roaming. So we have sponsored roaming, automated trading, implementation management, and then we move to VAS, where we have, of course, traditional services like steering of roaming, welcome SMS, and so on and so forth. But today we will discuss about our new portfolio, which we introduced about 1 year ago, and you will see that it's a recognized product, and it's about our cybersecurity product portfolio, which we called iBASIS Security iQ360. So let me introduce it to you. So first, what are the problems out there? What do we try to address right now in the market? So first of all, the techniques criminal groups are using are evolving, right? They are not standing still. If you look, according to CFCA, MNOs lose about $28 billion annually because of fraud. Right, so this is evolving and it's growing. Then mobile network operators, they invest in firewalls and in denial of service protection. But what you see is that firewall rules are difficult to keep up to date. So if you invest and you cannot maintain the solution up to date, the investments that one made will decrease, and they are underperforming really. Then another big issue is that lack of security expertise. It's very long to develop it. There are very few people that know about it. So, and then if you develop it, it's very difficult to maintain it, because people will be hunted by headhunters. Everybody will try to get your employee out of there to use them. Then another big upcoming thing is 5G. So 5G is coming, and it requires a lot of investments. And when such an investment comes to the door, focus of the organizations are going there. So where is the big investment, focus goes. And then all resources and all eyes focus to the deployment of the 5G. And there is a lot of lack of insights in attacks, right? How can you see out of the whole traffic these 6 to 10 bytes that is really the attack and does the biggest damage into your network and in your reputation? Then, if you look, another major happening is that you have all these attack surface. So 2, 3, 4, and 5G network are coexisting. So it adds a lot of complexity for the ones to defend and to monitor the networks and to mitigate attacks, and it makes it easier to the attackers. So it's another big issue out there. And then, in top of, if it's not enough, what I was saying, regulation pressure. So if you look after the Prague 2019 meeting between the NATO countries plus some other allies, there has been agreed that a regulation will be put in place across European Union, USA, and US allies, so that mobile telecom networks are going to do something about cybersecurity and need to protect their networks, especially in the light of 5G coming. And 5G, of course, will bring a lot of massive dependencies of telco services for even life-threatening situation, like maybe self-driving cars and robots operating, medical robots operating, and so on and so forth. So the increase in network protection, it will be much higher. If you look, ENISA recommends that telecom networks prepare budgets to be to ensure that they will comply with regulation that is upcoming. And then I was saying a little bit 2 slides earlier about skills shortage in cybersecurity. If you look, right now worldwide are about 1.8 million positions not fulfilled, and this is about 20% up from 1.5 million positions that were available in 2015. Now, all these problems, we spoke about problems. What can you do about it? What can we do together about it? So here it's the building block of iBASIS security and anti-fraud service approach. So first of all, if you look underneath, the first block is our iPix security, right? Our iPix network is separated from the internet, is secured, and is the foundation layer of our services. In top of it, iBASIS deploys significant monitoring, alarming, reporting, tracking system, tracing. So we have a complete range of monitoring tools and attack detection and tracing. So we have these deep data analytics engines that we are running in our network. And then we move one step even further. So we have the network, we monitor it, we see what's happening. Okay, how we can mitigate it? So we put on top of it signaling firewalls, SMS firewall, and voice anti-fraud solutions. So we have the network, we monitor it, we see the attacks, we prevent it. And we go one step further. We have our do-it-yourself graphical interfaces. So people can access the tools and can apply new rules, can drill down on information they want to acquire, and so on and so forth. And the last building block, and is maybe the most important in top of all the technology, is people. So we have people that our customers can approach. So our customers people can approach our sales and account managers people, right? Which will further go to subject matter experts in iBASIS and in iBASIS partner, right? And then we have our experts in customer care and troubleshooting of services. And if you look, then this stays on top of the security launches of iBASIS for SMS security, signaling security, and voice security. So this is the building block of the whole iBASIS solution. Now, we saw the building blocks and how it looks like, iBASIS security iQ360. So most important thing in cybersecurity is the visibility. So you have to see what happens. In order to be able to do something, you need to know what's happening. So we have very advanced attack detection solutions, and where we can see cyber attacks and we see what's happening in the network. And this can go from very high level, you see where the attacks are coming and coming from and going to, up to identifying which IMSIs are attacked or which global title attacks, and so on and so forth. And you can drill down even to the packet decode from this information. Read exactly the bytes that are used to commit the attacks. Then, if you see and you realize what's going on, we have the prevention. So we have both denial of service prevention, right? And it's becoming the more and more important denial of service protection because of the rise of machine to machine and IoT services, where you can even have an involuntary denial of service being done by millions of devices which are powered on at the same time, creating a denial of service kind of attack. And you have, of course, firewalls that can, for example, mitigate against geo-tracking type of attacks, where people and VIPs and very important devices are geo-tracked to see who somebody is, right? And it can geo-tracking can lead to very, very big consequences if somebody gets, for example, harmed because criminal organizations are tracking people's. And we offer protection against this type of solution. So geo-tracking against voice interception and listening, against interception of SMS messages. So all this, the firewalls will support against that. And now, if you saw it, if you mitigate it, and you do your best in updating and keeping up the rules, you want to test it. You want to test the solution. So we have vulnerability assessments, pen tests. So all this portfolio will, it's called iBASIS Security iQ360, and it supports you to see, mitigate, and test. Now, what is advantage of our cloud solution versus deploying on your premises? So why would you come to a party like iBASIS and say, okay, I would like to work with you? So first of all, is no intrusion in your network. There is no big project in your network. So there is no impact on your infrastructure and no discussion with engineering, again, another box. We don't have people for it. It's difficult. We cannot do it. So there is no intrusion, no big thing in the beginning for our customers. Then if you look from investments point of view, you don't need to make multiple investments upfront. So you don't have all these CapEx investments on customer side. No major and internal and lengthy projects internally. So no complaints about people that cannot work with you, and there is no priority for the solution, and so on and so forth. And of course, there is not only the capex that you need to put it up front, it's also the opex afterwards. So you need to maintain, you need to pay the people. If somebody is sick, you need to replace the person, or if it's going away, the person finds another job, you need to replace and to maintain the knowledge. So all this is mitigated. We offer fully managed solutions. So iBASIS is here to support you achieve the goals, right? So we have, as I said, in-depth visibility in attacks, in everything. We automate the systems from against evolving attacks. So, for example, from the intrusion detection mode, where we capture the attacks, we are able to automate the firewall rules to maintain them up to date. And in such a way, we improve our the utilization of existing defense capabilities. Now, more advantages there are, that there is efficient operation through a single point of contact, right? So we are acting like a single point of contact for you. We offer multi-service cross correlation. So from cyber attacks, we go to keep up to date and to the best in the best possible manner the SMS security and fraud, voice anti-fraud solutions, right? And we have even for all these packet decode capabilities. And what is very interesting, and we realize by starting deploying the solutions for our customer, is that even if the attack has bypassed the existing protection of our mobile operator customer, we could still see the attack evolving, and we could use our mitigation capabilities and existing capabilities in the mobile operator network just by seeing the attack progressing through our intrusion detection systems. So this is very interesting to realize that even in such situation, our solution will aid. Now, and here as we are coming to that we offer this solution like an overlay, is independent network analytics and testing. It works across all protocols. So you have SS7 for 2G, 3G, diameter for 4G, HTTP. Is there right now, GTP. So all this, it's coming for you to aid. And even if you have right now that in 5G, the regulations asks, okay, you have to have 2 core networks. iBASIS from far, it doesn't mind that there are 2 vendors, like for example, Huawei and Ericsson, or Ericsson and Nokia. We look from far away, we look at both. So we provide superior capabilities if there are multi-core networks for all. So for 2G, 3G, 4G, and 5G networks. And what is bringing value for you immediately is that it makes you comply with regulatory from day one. So it's much easier to comply with regulation by such a solution, right? So if you look, iBASIS supports you in the most effective way to comply with ENISA regulation, with FCC regulation, and so on and so forth, and even your national and national regulators. So we are very efficient and quick. Few words about innovation in fighting fraud. So if you look at voice fraud, iBASIS has blocked about 191 million Vanguard fraud calls in the first half of 2021 alone. We are leading in protecting US customers in the light of a still-shaken ruling. We implemented a GLF code of conduct to prevent fraud in international networks. So we are one of the first doing this. And this is culminating with the work of 2 years to extend our fight against Vanguard robocalling. And I will have in the last slide for you the team that has done this work. So this is what we are doing in voice. If you look in SMS monetization project, we developed SMS firewall that will support our customer. For example, we were allowed to disclose the Claro Ecuador case, where we support Claro Ecuador to monetize their incoming SMS traffic. And well, we are recognized as a top vendor worldwide. So we got recognition by ROCCO that we are a leading IPX provider in 2021. Also for voice, we scored well. We scored with ROCCO overall highest score of 426. And in Berlin Carrier event in September, we were awarded as the best security solution provider and also the best SMS wholesale provider. So the industry is recognizing our efforts, and we see the first applause is coming in for what we do. Now, of course, this is not done by one single person alone. There is a big team behind with comprising of iBASIS, but also iBASIS partners, employees, which deserve all credits for this. So first of all, we have the security and anti-fraud expert teams, right? So they keep the security and the fraud products up to date, and they monitor for the latest knowledge and threats to mitigate those. And they advise us to functionality to be added or updated. Then we have a quality team that looks after the services, and they look after how good the services are performing. So they monitor the service quality globally and also advise on KPIs for security and anti-fraud solutions. Then another major team is network administration team. This platform needs to be managed and maintained. So this team is maintaining updates, keep up to date the platforms, and manage the service on behalf of the customers. Then, of course, is the security operations center team, which monitors security 24/7, 365, and they have also the requirement to prioritize incidents. So the higher the impact of an attack is, the quicker the higher priority it will get, and they will go up to the end on incident troubleshooting for our customers. And last but not least is the management team, which has profit and loss responsibilities. They need to support and motivate all these teams to work and to deliver the best solutions for our customers. And we need to build also the long-term vision of the product development. And here I come to the end of my presentation.